Hello, everyone. Let's wait for a few minutes so that other folks can join. Meanwhile, I'm setting up here a few things. One sec. Okay. Sorry for the background. This is our first introduction call, so I'm not able to, fix this thing. So sorry for that. But let's see how many people are joining today. Uh, So whoever's joined, meanwhile, can you please introduce yourself in our chat bot? Sorry, in the subscribe, like in chat. Basically, you can subscribe our channel and then you can send chat messages. So it will help me to understand how many people are joining today because I cannot see all those details right now. Let me see if I can change this setting here quickly. Thank you, Krishna. Can other guys also introduce themselves? Okay. Hi, Nishant. Thank you for joining. And let's see how many people join today because this is our first introduction call, and maybe not a lot of people will be able to join because we started like quite late. Like I think last week we started to distribute our pamphlets and all those things, so maybe that can cause those kind of issues. But yeah, let's see. Even though one or two people can join, we can introduce ourselves as a Gen AI, what we are doing here in Gen AI, and what we are planning for students, and what we are planning for, let's say, if you are already in industry, what you will gain from this, and what is the benefit, and where we can use this generative AI things. So those things we will cover today, and this will be the repeat class. Every time we will have this class, like, because for upcoming 2-3 weeks we'll do in every couple of weeks this introduction call, so that we can reach out to multiple people and they can understand what is the impact of AI in our day-to-day life, and how they can become familiar with generative AI, and solve the issues which basically right now industry is having. So yeah, I think only two people are today. That's okay. That's a good start, I would say. That's a good start. At least we have two people here. And yeah, again, like, if you guys like this session, do introduce Gen AI Force with your employees, or with your colleagues, or with your fellow schoolmates or college mates. Okay, without wasting time, because let's start, because we have only quite limited time, like half an hour today's session, and you might have the question at the end. But yeah, without wasting time, let's start this session. And let me share my screen first. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Oh, my screen did not share. Oh, it's sharing. Okay. Yeah, so welcome everyone. We are Gen AI Force. We say ourselves Gen AI Force, where innovation meets possibilities. And about the introduction, who are we? Why you want to basically go with us or select us for your AI journey? So basically, Gen AI Force is our newly built a platform, and also we are planning to build it as a platform, but right now it's a company as well in Gen AI. Oh, okay, I'm seeing few more people here in the chat now, so can you please subscribe the channel and then please introduce yourself so that we know that who is asking which kind of questions. So please do that. Subscribe, and then you will have a chat enabled for you guys, and then you can chat as well. Thank you. So yeah, so Gen AI Force is basically a company we recently launched. And before going to Gen AI, I would introduce myself. So myself is Jitendra Singh, and I'm working as a senior software architect right now in company. So I have like past 10 plus year of experience in AI field. I have like 2 plus year of experience now, where we have working with different tools like OpenAI, Gemini. Then there is a Pipe Cloud, Pipecat, and then there are multiple things like multiple LLM models and multiple tools using which we can basically build AI like AI tools or AI, or provide solution to the clients using AI. So what is Gen AI Force and why Gen AI? Correct. And so when I say Gen AI Force, so Gen is basically generative. So right now we are in an era of generative AI. So that's where we took Gen, and AI is of course artificial intelligence, and force means our aim is to create a force of generative AI. Or we can say like we want to build a team who can work in generative AI and provide solution to the clients, whether it's our clients or whether it's outside, generative AI force company, so that you guys can build those kind of solutions. And in Gen AI force, it's not typical we say typical coaching center. It's not like that. It's more towards hands-on experience. So what you will get, like whenever we launch our program, because these are just a Q&A right now, Q&A and introduction session, and later we will produce, or we will introduce our basically how would I say this, like a path or learning modules, how you will learn and how you will gradually become familiarized with generative AI tools. So all those things we will plan it for later, but right now we are just here to provide introduction about them. So we are in our company, what we are planning to create some modules for open AI, so that people who will be joining in our modules or in our courses, they will learn about OpenAI. Maybe someone wants into OpenAI, go into OpenAI, or deep dive into OpenAI concepts. So we'll go with the OpenAI thing. Then there is another model called Gemini. Gemini is Vertex AI by Google basically. So that is another module which will cover. And then there is something called RAG. I don't know how many of you people know about RAG. So it's a retrieval augment generative AI. How it is used is basically we have a model. When I say model, it's mean LLM model, large language models we have. Correct. So those models we will those models basically is responsible for generating the response to the user. So, and how it will be used. So we have a model, and then we have our database. We call that kind of database is called vectorized database. So vector is nothing but it's like a number format. You might heard about vectors in mathematics. So vector is nothing but a numbers, where that particular number is pointed out, and our model is trained to get that number and the response and create a response. So all those kind of things we will cover in our courses of of RAG. And then there are other courses as well, which is specifically dedicated to Salesforce. So Salesforce is basically a CRM, world's number one CRM right now. They have like different clouds. When I say cloud, so they have like packages, SaaS based cloud platform like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and then Marketing Cloud, and then there is a Agent Force, and all those are right now moving to AI, like AI directions. So if you get chance, you can look into Salesforce as well, and how many jobs are available for Salesforce. You can go through that in Google, and you will see lot of good articles and lot of good openings for Salesforce as well. So that is another thing which we are going to do. So okay, so this is like a summary about our Gen AI Force company. But later on, let's say, as we know that AI is still new. What is AI? We say, what is AI? If I ask someone like what is AI, so people generally afraid of term AI. Still it is like that kind of phobia in people, like, oh, AI will took our job, or AI will remove human or replace humans. But no, that is not the case, because we are seeing now I think in last 2 years as well, it gradually increased, and it increased our efficiencies as well. Like as a software architect and a software engineers, so we use like lot of AI tools, like whether it's a chat gpt completion tools, or GitHub autopilot or copilot. All those are helpful tools when we are creating or writing our codes, and it is helping us. So AI is not like replacing human. You can say it will coexist with human, so that they can do their day-to-day task much efficiently, much faster, and much accurately. Because as a human we have tendency to do some mistakes, but AI are trained to so that they will not make those kind of mistakes. So yes, so that's how this AI will impact our our day-to-day life in future. And that's where we want to train or educate our our trainees in our courses, like, okay, how you can use AI when you build some kind of let's say your capstone project or your college project, or you are working with some clients. So how that AI can help you, whether it's a copilot, whether it's a chat gpt, or whether it's a Gemini. All those are helpful there. And believe me, it makes our life so easy. Like, we are creating now our code, which took like around 4 5 days earlier. Now it's done in 1 day. So basically that's how it's helping us. So before going into AI world or generative AI world, I would like to introduce something called predictive AI and something called generative AI, correct? So what is predictive AI? So when first AI introduced, then it is called predictive AI. Like, we have to predict, like user will ask this question, then AI will respond this. It's nothing but a bunch of if else code. That's why we say it predictive AI. So assume it like you might be seeing some of you might be seeing like chatbots, correct, in the shopping application. When you go to shopping website or Amazon or somewhere else, Zomato or Swiggy, so you have that option of chat. And when you click into chat, then you see bunch of option. Oh, uh, order issue, something else issue, something else. So all those are option. You cannot write anything outside of that option. If you write anything outside of that option, it will say like, hey, I do not understand what you say. You have to choose one of them. So this is kind of predictive AI, where company says like, okay, you have only these options, because we know you might be asking any question from one of these topics. So they predict it. It's not like there is no LLM. So when I say LLM, it's a large language model, which is like GPT 4o, GPT Mini O, or Gemini. all those are LLMs, large language models basically. So predictive AI, okay, looping back to predictive AI, so there were no LLMs at that time. It's just a bunch of flows and if else condition, and we are just using those to get the response. So that era is called predictive AI era, and that was like 2 3 years ago. Then we go into copilot. So I do not, sorry to, I do not mention here copilot, but then there is something called copilot came up. Copilot is nothing, is like your companion. When you are doing something, it's suggesting you, oh, you can do this, you can do this, oh, this the you can solve. Let's say you write some code and it says like, oh, there is an issue. So it's like a co-pilot which is just suggesting you. I would not say suggest, but it's just coexisting with your application at that time. So that is co-pilot era, which is like an year ago. So you will see like in last 3 4 year, like AI moved from predictive AI to now we are in era of generative AI. So what is generative AI? So that is the hot topic of today's market, and you will see that lot of people, like lot of big people like Satya Nadella and then Google Sundar Pichai, and all those are talking about generative AI, and then they are talking about something called agentic AI. So I will go into agentic AI later on because that is very vast topic. But right now we are today going to cover only predictive, copilot, and generative AI, and I will touch little bit of agentic AI. So generative AI is like you pass something. Let's say you are doing something, and let's say you have to write an email. Okay, let's say you have to write an email. You go into chat GPT, and most of you people are going to GPT for writing emails or for some other things. So you write something like, hey, I want to write an email to my manager about this. So you just give them context, like, okay, what you want to do. And now boom, you will see a response from GPT like, oh, here is your drafted email, or here is the response. So how it is doing, because behind the scene there is a large language model, whether it's a GPT-4o, Gemini, or Llama 2 of Meta, or or DeepSeek, correct? Any all those are basically large language models, and we can choose any one of them. So how it works is like, because that thing are trained into millions of data. So when we pass that context, it understand it like, okay, what user trying to do, correct? Once it knows that context, it writes, it generates basically whole bunch of, it thinks and it generate whole bunch of responses, and then there is a number like, uh, so there is a score for each response, and whichever response has the highest number, or highest, you can say, score, it returned by LLM model to the user. So generative AI is nothing but it's taking some little bit of input or context from user, and then it's using its own brain to create a response in context of user. So this is generative AI. Now something, there is a shift now going on from generative AI to now into agentic AI. So what is agentic AI? Is like you have agents now. So when I say agents is nothing but a bot. So what it is doing, that is specialized in one thing. So you create a agent which is doing shopping. Let's say you have agents, you created a shopping agent, then there is something called order agent, then there is something called refund agent. So all those are bots, and they are using large language model, generative AI behind the scene, and they have tools introduced into that particular bot, and then they are able to respond to users query, and also at the same time they are going to database or any data warehouse from where they are getting the data and showing it to customer like, okay, oh, are you talking about this order, are you want to refund this order, or oh, we already refunded you. All those things are done by now agents. So agents are nothing but a bunch of small code which converted into bot for doing specialized thing. So those are agents, and everything is going to be to be, or everything is moving towards agentic now. So you guys can do your research as well in home by doing the Google and all those things, like what is agentic AI, where is right now AI going towards. So AI market is like boom right now, like lot you will see lot of opening in terms of AI, like okay, generative AI engineers, oh uh, let's say agentic AI engineers, ML engineers, all those things. So it's going crazy. And like in coming, what we are predicting right now, because we are seeing the market, and what we are predicting is like in upcoming 4 to 5 years, maybe some of you are in the first year, maybe you are in final year, so in upcoming 4 5 years, everything going towards AI. So all those coding things which we do till now, in my era we used to do PHP code and then Java code, and then it goes to Python, Node.js, all those things will be obsolete in upcoming years. When I say obsolete, I mean to say no human is going to write a code. It's more that AI will be writing the code, and human might be, as I said earlier, like AI will coexist with human. So the person who knows how to use AI will have better chance to get the opportunity faster than other who don't have any experience in AI. And that's where our focus is. That's where we say like, okay, we will come into picture, we will train, whether it's like whether they are like professionals, whether they are students, doesn't matter, we will train everyone. Because the students which are in first year or second year or third year, they are the future engineers, and they should be knowing all those things, like what is the AI capabilities and how they can use the AI. So uh, so I would say thank you for listening me, and giving me like all of your 20 30 minutes. Now I'm opening the floor for you guys, whoever's are here, like whoever has any questions, they can write in our chat. But as I said, for writing in chat, because right now we have only subscriber only mode available. So in the future session, we might open it as a public, so that you do not have to subscribe us, because I do not want everyone to subscribe. Like either if they don't like, they don't have to subscribe. Correct. So there is no like force. But for this time we have to do that. If you guys have any questions, yeah, the floor are yours. You can ask me any questions, and then we can wrap up this session. And we'll let you know, guys, like what whenever is our next session. Again, in the next session as well, we will do couple of this kind of session like in upcoming month. And then probably we'll introduce our modules, like what are the modules, what we are going to learn and train in those modules. So having said that, thank you, floor are yours. You can ask me any questions now. Thank you. Oh, no one has any question? Strange. I was thinking like there will be a lot of question regarding AI and all those things. Do not hesitate, you guys can ask me any question now. Like if, even though it's a silly question, doesn't matter. Correct. If you think like, oh, what he will think, that's not a problem. You can ask in Hindi as well. मैं comfortable हूँ Hindi में भी. Yeah, that's a good, I think from next time, let's do it like mix, like Hindi and English mix, so that we can reach out to larger group of people. So we'll do Hindi and English from now onwards. So please ask. Do not hesitate to ask questions. Please ask. Nice. I got one question from Pius. So Pius is asking like what I have. Okay, I have one. What would be the most important skill for learning generative AI? Nice question, Pius. So there is no particular skills you needed to learn generative AI or AI tools. It's all came into like as you guys are engineer, you are you can say like graduating to become an engineers. So you guys might know one of the language, correct? Like any language, let's say whether it's a JavaScript or Node.js or Python. Most of the people learn those kind of languages these days. But yes, the skill, I would say, the one should know at least uh, one programming language, which is let's say Python or maybe Node.js, because those are easy to learn languages and very heavily used in AI world. Like you will see a lot of Python code or a lot of Python packages written for AI, and you will see that most of the LLMs like OpenAI and Gemini has their package in Node.js and Python. So that's why I would say like you at least have that kind of knowledge. Again, as I said, there will be different modules for everyone, correct? If someone is in first year, we know that he don't have that much of experience into those kind of languages. So then there is a separate kind of module for him or for them, like okay, how they can come into that level where they can use generative AI. But let's say if somebody already in this industry, like Krishna introduced, like he is a software developer, so he might know all those terminologies, all those programming language. Then even though he don't know, but he can catch up because he has experience in those language, like in different languages. So for them there is a different module. So there are different module, different pace, or different I would say different time frame of modules completion when we show our courses. So you will see that some are like 30-day course, some are like 3 months course, some are like 6 months course. So it's all depends on the proficiency a particular person have. So yeah, this will, I hope this will answer your question. But yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, I think we have only 1 minute left, so it's like half an hour session today. Okay, I think there is no more questions. So thank you all for joining, and see you soon. We'll let you know like how we proceed, and we'll inform you again our next sessions as well. Like if you would like to join our next introduction and Q&A session, please feel free to join. We will send you guys an email. So thank you so much. Have a good day.